That's the thing.
A little more. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So, what brings you to the office today?
Okay, so I have some, issues on my, the pelvics go down to my foot, and I feel like a tingling and numbness, around the area.
Okay.
So when I walk, I feel something. Sometimes it's not sharp pain, but it's dull pains, around this area.
So, how long did you have this pain on your right foot?
It's like since after giving a birth.
Okay.
It's like 2014 I had first baby, and
Okay.
since then I feel some pains around.
Okay.
And then my job is standing up on foot for a long time.
Okay.
And then sometimes it's okay with the movement, but once sometimes I feel some pains around the area.
Okay, so what do you do for a living?
I'm a pharmacist.
So you do a lot of standing.
Yeah, standing and walking around whole days.
So would you be able to pinpoint exactly where your pain is on your right foot?
Okay, sure. So it's going down here
Okay.
to on this right side area.
So the
and sometimes on the back here.
so the right side of your right fifth toe, so the lateral side of your right foot. Gotcha.
Exactly.
This is where you have pain?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So when you do have numbness for such a long time, you do have some effect on the muscles and nerve coming through from your spine to your legs, to your thighs, or to your foot. So why don't you go ahead and push down against my thumb, please? Do you notice the difference?
Okay.
So you see, this one is strong.
Oh.
This one's weaker. So push down again for me, please.
Oh, yeah.
You see how you are able to push down strong here, but you're actually
that's how
using your knee.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
you're actually
right.
pushing with your knees because this is weak. Go ahead and push out, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and with your big toe push up. So this is also weak too.
That's right. I can see.
Push down. You see how you have to flare out your toes to be able to, Go ahead and push back, please. So this is actually okay, but definitely this side is pretty, pretty affected, and so is this one. So there are a lot of nerve that supplies to your foot, mostly coming from your spine. So there are the nerve coming from the last bone of your lumbar spine, called fifth lumbar. Also the sacrum ilium, which is going to be your hip, also nerve supplies to your foot. This area is coming from the hip problems and hip dysfunction, especially if you have numbness and tinglings to your two last toes, the fourth and fifth toe. There's a telltale sign of somebody who has sacral problems. So do you have a numbness here? Right now?
Yeah.
But so
This is it's kind of different.
Feels different.
Yeah.
Okay. How about here now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the right side is really I don't feel much.
So how much of a numbness do you feel? So if I do brush down here like this, what is numbness feeling like? If this is 100%, what is this like?
I mean, right now it's kind of getting better. So
Okay.
I would say 30%, 20%.
So 30 to 20% numb right here. Okay. When you have disruption in nerve supply, it does also impede the function. It will have impact on the range of motion or the movement of your foot and ankle. So I understand that your numbness is on the left side, so let's just try to see how much you can move, okay? Why don't you go ahead and move your left ankle up and down, please. Up, as much as you can. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, let's try it with this right foot. Up and down. Up and down. So do you notice that you cannot as well as lift up your right foot?
Yeah.
Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and move it up. Both of them at the same time. Then bring it down as much as you can. Bring it up as much as you can. Bring it down as much as you can. I already feel it because I have my hand around your ankle.
I feel like more.
You also notice that you are not able to bring it as high as possible and bring it down as much as possible. So your movements are pretty much governed by the nerve supply. So if your nerve supply coming from your lower back area is impinging your foot functions, this is actually quite common. So another important function of your foot is to be able to bring your foot this way and then push it out this way. So let's see if you can do it without me. Just try to bring it closer. Okay, and bring it out as much as possible. Bring it again. Bring it out. do you notice that when you are trying to do the same motion, you are severely restricted on bring out motion? It coincides with the fact that you do have some numbness in this area. So what does that tell me? Although you did not tell me, you do have restrictions, not only because you have pain on the numbness, it's also because you do have some problems on the right foot in conjunction with that. So it's a multifactorial problems in this case. So you told me that there is a difference in sizes for your left and right foot?
Yes.
Yeah, I do see that there's there's your right foot, the muscles are much smaller. It's called atrophy, so it must be a long time problem here. Please take a walk and then let me know how you feel. Turn around and then you can just stay up. Yeah. Yeah. Repeat a couple more times, please. One more time. Yep, I see another reading over here, and I see a reading over here too. So like I said, that there was going to be some problems on your lower lumbar. I did some nerve readings in your lower lumbar. So this is your lower lumbar. Do you feel the pain right here?
Yes, I just feel.
Yeah. Sacral, number 1. Sacral, second, number 2. Number 3, how's this one?
Yeah,
this is the one that's painful, right?
Yes.
Is it eliciting the pain that you've been having to your...
Yeah, I know. It's filling up. Yeah, I feel that. There's
Okay.
some pressure.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be pressure right here. Okay. And I also know... So just want to be able to share the information of your problem foot, which is your right foot, right? Mm-hmm. So let me just go and explain to you exactly what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and then share the orientation with you with the bone model that I'll be having. So this is a bone model. So this area that you see right here is the ankle joint. This that you see over here is the back of your heel. This is going to be your midfoot and your front foot, right about here. So as you can see over here, you have slightly different problems than most people have. What do I mean by that? A lot of people have foot pain because of the fact that they have what we like to call flat foot. In your case, that's not the case for you. In your case, it's quite the opposite. You have what we like to call cavus foot, which means that you do have a more rigid foot type. Instead of being flat here like this, it's actually more the opposite way. Some people actually call it crow foot actually. It means that you do have some more rigidity on this area. So you do have a more pressure coming into this area and also this area. One of the most common way that foot doctors, like myself, podiatrists, would like to be able to help you with this kind of problem when you have foot type like this, is to be able to put a heel lift in this area like this, so that there will be less pressure on this area, so that we can lessen also this pressure. But that's also a good way to be able to do it. But however, in your case, that's not possible. Why do I say that? If I do put a heel lift in this area for your foot, it does impact, it does make your foot pain get better, but it does worsen your condition for your sacrum. Like I said, you do have some problems in the sacral area. If I do put 2 heel lift, it's going to destabilize your sacrum even more, which means your low back pain may increase. So just want to be able to share with you the extra analysis of your low back. So just want to be able to give you a brief orientation of what you're looking at. So this is your spine being looked at from the sideways like this. So this is your spine, lumbar spine to be precise. This is your L5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this long bone you see over here is this bone, which is called sacrum. So where did I find tenderness in you prior to our X-ray analysis? So we found tenderness right in this joint as well as right here. So why do we find tenderness in this joint? Well, that actually is interesting because this bone sacrum is supposed to be completely fused on patients who are in their mid-20s or late 20s. But in your case, I can definitely see some disc that is left right here, also right here. That tells me that probably in your teens or preteens, you may have had traumas on this area so that the bone was not completely fused. So that's the reason why I'm still able to see some rudimentary disc on this area as well as this one. And the point is that when you don't have proper alignment in this area, and then with the disc spaces, it can often cause problems. That's what we see over here. And we confirmed that with our instrumentation and static and motion palpation in this area. Same thing on your L5. Well, L5, we do see some good joint spaces, but there is a beginning stage of degeneration that's starting to sip in on this area. It tells me that this problem has been ongoing a little bit less than 5 years. So it kind of coincides with you giving birth to your children. So this is the reason why you might be having pain. Another reason why you might be having a degeneration on this area is this. So as I've been saying in all of my other videos, is that your sacrum and then your ilium, this pelvic joint right here, is the foundation of the entire body. So from here up, you start to build all of your spines up. From the basis foundation here, you start to build your leg, your thighs, and your knees, and your foot. So when you do have, not such a stable sacrum foundation right here, it does affect everything above. So in your case, because this is not stable, this is being destabilized very easily. So when you do have some trauma, and I have to say that giving birth to a child is a traumatic event for the body itself. So that's the reason why, because of that event, you start to have problems right here. You don't always have pain to your low back when you have problems in your disc or the lumbar area. It only starts to show up when the problem becomes severe. So you may not have had problems in this area or pain. It only might be painful when you are being touched or when the doctor examines on these areas alone. It may not be painful in the normal area, but it will start to become more painful, more symptomatic as the time goes by. So it's a good thing you came here today, because we found problem here, and then we can start to reverse it back to this one or this one. So we do have some chances of reversing this. It may take some time, but we can actually get you to a healthier disc so that you don't have a lot of pains later on in your life. So I'm going to adjust your talus. Wow.
That's the thing. Oh, wow.
I told you I'm going to adjust your navicular. This is painful right here, right? Yeah. That happens when you have a bone that's misaligned for such a long time. We got it now. Did you feel that? Okay. Bring it one more time. Bring it down. Just a little bit. Okay, we got it in the first tries. You're not gonna fall, so you don't have to worry. Oh wow.
Oh wow. This okay.
Okay. So we did find some differences in muscle strength and nerve. So I just want to be able to double confirm all the things we have done so far. So how is it? Numbness.
I think it's much better.
So how much of improvement do you think there is? You said about 30% of differences between 100% here and 70% here. That's what you told me. What is it now?
I think it's pretty much similar, 95, I would say.
Oh, that's good.
There it is, but it's really much better.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and push me down.
Okay.
It's better. You're not using your knees anymore to push me down, but it's still a little bit weak.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and push me down with your big toe. So this big toe is controlled by your L5 nerve. So because we pretty much fixed your L5, it's actually coming out much stronger now. Push up, please. Push in. Stronger, push out. So this is where I see the most amount of improvement. Do you feel this?
Yeah, I have some powers there and I can move.
Good. So what's different?
Yeah, I think it's much smoother. And then I don't feel the pain on the right side, lateral side that I told you, like a little bit tingling. But
yeah.
And I feel light.
How's the numbness or the pain shooting down from your Right hip.
Yeah, right now I feel really okay. It's not much. Really.
Not much?
Yeah.
So how much of an improvement do you think there is?
It should be 90% more.
For the